Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Welcome to the show. Are you thinking about making a career change? If so, you're not alone. In fact, recent studies show that nearly 1 in 4 people are currently dissatisfied with their jobs, and about 60% of workers are planning to leave their job within the next 2 years. But how can you tell if you're ready for a change? That's what we're talking about tonight on our show. If you're new to me, if you're new to the show, this is Dr. Dwayne Wood. That's Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology. And here on our channel, we help to educate, we help to empower, and we help to encourage you to take charge of your life and your health, avoid complications, and live the life you have always wanted, going to the next level. That's what we do here. And you have caught us day number 27. Can you believe it? Day number 27 in our live every day in August. Just a few more days to go. And we've been talking about designing a new me, designing a better version of ourselves that takes us to that next level, to that life we have always wanted. If you're new also, go ahead and put new in the comments. We'd love to give you a hand clap. If you have questions as we go throughout the discussion, go ahead and put a Q in front of that question with a colon, and we'll know that that's a question that we need to grab and that we need to answer. If you have not done so, I've been learning so much, even as I've been going through this with you guys over the last 27. That's right, 27 days. It's going to be the 27th show. If you've not done so, go back and watch the other shows that we've done. Oh, it's so much learning. I'm hoping that you are getting good benefit. I'm hoping that you are expanding. I'm hoping that you're growing. If you are getting good benefit from the things that we're doing, go ahead and like this video. I want you to give us a thumbs up. Send it to your family. Send it to your friends. Let them know what we're doing. Let them know that we are here as we grow this community. Also, if you've not done so, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Give us, hit that bell so that you'll get notified when new videos come out. So go ahead and if you're on one of the other social media platforms, you can hop over here on YouTube. Send us a message on our email. Send us a message on any of our social media platforms. You'll see right under my name there at dwainwoodemd.com, at dwainwoodemd.com. You can connect with us on all of the social media platforms by going there. If you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and put replay. Put new in the comments, and also hashtag dwainwoodemd, dwainwoodemd. So let's jump into it. So after working from home in their pajamas, people are ready for a change. They're reassessing their priorities. So how do you know if you are ready for a career change? How do you know if you're ready for a career change? First of all, why are people wanting to change? Why are they wanting to make the switch? Well, the first thing that we're finding is that the pandemic was a wake-up call. Or is a wake-up call. They've realized that they don't want to spend the rest of their lives working in a job that doesn't make them happy. And so people are looking. They've had time now to look and find out, what are the things that are of benefit to me? What are the things that are important to me? They've developed some new rituals, some new routines, some new things that they're doing with their families. And frankly, their job doesn't fit in that. And so people are wanting to make a change. Other people have found their skills no longer are valuable, right? So they know there's no longer demand. A lot of industries have been hit hard by this pandemic. And for some, the uncertainty, right, that they're feeling made it very clear that it's time for a change. And then still other people you're sitting down and they've reflected. They've reflected on their skills. And they say, you know what? I've got skills to do some other stuff. And they're interested now in going in a different direction. They've discovered some new passions. And so some people simply, they want to make a change. They want something new. And then, of course, there are the typical things that we will see. You know, people dislike their bosses. They want to get out and they want to start a new business. I mean, that's an important one, right? Now, how does this is where this fits in with this idea of designing a new me, designing a better version of ourselves. Because after all, if we're designing a better version of ourselves, we've got to look at all aspects of our life. So people are having problems on the job. They've got trouble with coworker. They've got job stress or burnout. This is a huge one. We've got so many people now that are saying, no. I'm not doing this. I'm just tired. Sometimes they've had a bad performance evaluation. Or they may not even just know how to ask for the salary that they want. So many different reasons why people are wanting to make a switch. So how do you know if you're ready for a career change? Let's take a look at that. You know if you're ready to make a career change, one, if you feel restless and unfulfilled. So you're in this job and you just, something is not quite right. We talked about the same thing with this idea of improving ourselves. We know that something is not where we want it to be, but we're not quite sure. We feel restless. We don't feel fulfilled. We keep going through the motions. It's like, okay, another day. Now, this is not just irritation with just life, okay? We're talking about the job specifically. Now, there are times when your job is is getting the blame for stuff that's going on elsewhere, right? So that's a whole nother story. We're talking now simply about the job. You feel restless. You feel unfulfilled in the job. You're no longer challenged or engaged. You go to work and it's just something you do. There's no challenge. There's no mental there's no mental power that's going into it. You know, you go through the motions, but you're not there. Maybe you're starting to dread going to work. You get up in the morning like, oh my God, another day at the job, another 8 hours, another shift, So you're starting to dread it. You don't feel like you're making an impact. Remember, part of what drives us is connecting and feeling like we're making a difference. So if you don't feel like you're making a difference, that may be another reason. Say, okay, yeah, I'm assessing myself. So remember, we're assessing. This is how do you know if you're ready for a career change? The job is affecting your personal life because you're so down on the job. You're so disappointed. You're feeling so underused that it's now, coming home with you. Starting to affect the personal life. You're having arguments. You're not there. You're just zoning out because it's affecting the personal life. Or maybe you're dreaming about a new career. I mean, you've got that passion already in you. And there's something that you've got in mind. And while you're on this job, you're over there, right? Your mind, your brain is elsewhere. And then you feel like your values don't align with what's going on this job. When we talked about what drives us, what is our mission statement for our lives? Who are we? We came up with our identity. And this job now does not fit that anymore. So these are reasons why and how you will know if it's time to make a change. So how do you go about getting started? Okay, you've assessed. Okay, yeah, it's time. I've gone through the list and I'm checking off all those things. It's time for me to go. Well, the first thing you want to do is you want to start with the end in mind, right? You want to start with the end in mind. This part of the process is not really about the job, right? This is about you. There's some important questions that you want to ask about the career and the success. What does that mean to you? Here's some simple questions. Number one, Do you see this as a job change or a career change? In other words, are we staying within the same field, just a different job within that field? Maybe I don't like that plant. I don't like that store. I don't like that boss. I don't like that group of people. But I'm still staying within the industry. Or am I going totally outside to something different? Right? You got to think about that. Number two, have you completed any initial job survey research? Have you looked to see what's out there? Right? Have you done any preliminary work? Is the geographical location important? Do you want to go to California and you live on the East Coast? Do you want to go to Chicago and you live in Florida? Right? Is it going to require that you move? Certain industries are big in certain parts of the world, in certain parts of the country as well. So is it going to require you to do that? How much money are you expecting to make? Have you thought about that? When you leave here and you go there, how much money are you expecting to make? Are you expecting to make comparable money? How more money? Are you willing to take a pay cut to be able to do the thing you want? How much do you want to make? And then are you aware of the skills that you may have that will translate? Or are there skills that you will need to acquire when you get over there? In order to get, let me say, not when you, in order to get over there, do you have to do new things? Are you going to have to go back to school? Get a new certificate, get a new degree, get a new training, something. And are you willing to do that? So all questions, right? So start with the end in mind. And then do you have a timeline? When is it going to be? When we talked about setting smart goals. One of those part of the SMART goals was time. Is it time-based? Do you have a timeline in mind? So start with the end in mind. And then once you have actually done that, once you know what you're hoping to accomplish, you can now start developing a plan to make it happen. All right, but you want to start with the end in mind. And then now, okay, let's make a plan. What are we going to do? One, we got to do some research. Make sure you have a good understanding of the new industry, right? If we're changing industries or the field that you're interested in. What do they need over there? What is it like? Talk to people who are already working in that area, in that field. Do some research. Read the latest news, the trends. Go on social media, see what's going on. Find out what's happening. Got a lot of research out there now. Connect with people. Join a group. Join a Facebook group. Join whatever group that's available out there for you so that you can get information. Right? Because we don't want to make this decision in isolation. Just, okay, I think I want to be over there. Well, let's find out what it's like over there. And then get organized. Start updating your resume. Get on social media. Update your profiles. Look, your LinkedIn profile. Start reaching out to your network and exploring job positions in your field. Find out if anybody you know is in that area. Find out what jobs are available. Right? Start looking. Start with the end in mind. Do some research. Get organized. And once you have collected all of that information, right? Remember, that's data. Then take the plunge. Once you've done your research and prepared the best that you can, it's time to leap. It's time to go looking for a job. It's time to put your feet in the water. We're not going to put our toes because this is not a toe thing. This is okay. Yeah, this is what we've done the research. We know that it's time for a change. This is what we've chosen. Remember, as we make decisions, we did a video on how to make decisions. We do our research. We collect the data. We collect the data, we make a plan. We make a plan, we execute the plan, and then we reassess. If we need to adjust, we change the plan, make another plan, and we execute it. So no more of this languishing, right, forever. No, none more of that. Right? We're taking charge of our life. We are the drivers of what happens to us. Life doesn't just happen anymore. In the past, people usually stayed in the same career their entire lives. But starting in the 21st century, and more recently, more and more people started changing careers multiple times. And now it seems that COVID has accelerated that trend even faster. It's clear the COVID pandemic has changed the way we think about careers. And it's likely that this trend is going to continue long after the pandemic is over. Making a career change can be daunting, but with the right preparation, it can also be immensely rewarding. Because remember, we are designing, we're designing a new version of ourselves that's happier, more satisfied, that's more connected with the people around us, that's growing, that's expanding, that has time for themselves, time for the family. So if you're feeling ready for this new thing, don't be afraid to go after it. So, are you ready for a career change? Go back and look through the things that we just talked about. Look through the things that we just talked about. Do you feel restless and unfulfilled? Do you no longer get challenge on the job? Are you engaged? And you're starting to get up every morning and dreading going to work. You don't feel you're making an impact. Your job is affecting your personal life. You're daydreaming about being in this other career. And your values don't align with what's going over there. If that's you, yeah, you may be ready for a career change. And let's get to it. Let's design this new life, this new person, a better version of ourselves. That's our challenge for you. Sit through that list. Go through that list. Decide if you've been thinking about this. Don't wait. Let's do it. Let's get to it. We're glad that you're here. We're glad that you came. We're glad that you have been following us, that you've been working with us. Day number 27, y'all. Day 28 is coming up. And we're excited about all that we've been accomplishing through this month. Once again, if you're getting value, give us a thumbs up, like this video, share it with your family or with your friends, people that you know that may be in that mindset. Let them know what we're doing here. Subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and hit the bell and stay tuned. Stay tuned. We've got some good things that are coming up. All right. I'm going to tell you that over the next couple of days, next few days, how you can keep this going. How do you keep this going? How you can continue to build. Stay tuned. Come back tomorrow. Day number 28. Live every day in August. We're almost done. Let's get some music. Let's get on out of here. This is Dr. Dwayne Wood. That's Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology. And here on the channel, we help to educate, we help to empower, and we help to encourage you to take charge of your health and your life. Avoid complications, go to the next level, and live the life you've always wanted. Good night, everybody. We'll see you at the next video.